letting your English conversations die. Learn the simple answer plus question rule to keep the ball moving and build a real connection. Stay with us until the end to see exactly how to use this in real life so you never run out of things to say.
Hi, Liam. I was thinking, sometimes I understand English, but when I need to speak, I just do not know how to start. How can I begin a conversation in English without feeling nervous?
You can begin slowly by using simple, ready phrases. Focus on connection instead of trying to be perfect.
Really? Because I understand English, but I just freeze when I need to speak.
That happens because your brain is waiting for the perfect sentence instead of using simple ones.
So, what should I actually say in that first moment?
You should rely on 3 simple starters, like, "Hi, how is your day going? Where are you from? And what do you do?"
Wow, that sounds too simple. Is that really enough?
Yes, because simple and natural always works better than complex and perfect.
And I should not think too much before saying it, right?
Exactly. You just say it and let the conversation begin naturally.
I think I overthink everything before speaking.
That overthinking is exactly what blocks your fluency.
Why do I feel like I need to build the perfect sentence first?
Because you learned English as a subject instead of as a communication tool.
Interesting. So my brain is trying to be correct instead of being natural.
That is right. And natural speech is always simpler than what you imagine.
Okay, but what if I start the conversation and then I don't know what to say next?
You just follow a simple rule, which is answer plus question.
What do you mean by answer plus question?
It means you answer briefly and then ask something back to keep the conversation going.
Can you give me an example?
You can say, "I'm from Brazil. What about you?" Or, "I work with marketing. And you?"
Oh, wow. So I just need to keep the ball moving.
Yes, you keep the conversation alive by always returning a question.
That makes sense now, because I usually just answer and stop.
That is why conversations die quickly for many learners. And now you know how to fix it in a very simple way.
But sometimes I try to speak and I feel slow because I translate everything in my head.
That happens because your brain is working in 2 languages at the same time.
Why is that such a problem?
Because translation creates delay and breaks the natural flow of conversation.
So, what should I do instead of translating?
You should use ready-made phrases that come automatically.
Like, what kind of phrases?
Phrases like, "That is interesting," "Nice, I did not know that," and "Really, tell me more."
But I have already learned those phrases. How can I introduce them naturally in a real situation?
Sure. I am going to show you a simple real-life conversation step by step, so you can see exactly how it works.
Oh, that would help a lot. So I can understand better, right?
Yes. And as you listen, notice how simple the sentences are and how the conversation keeps moving.
Okay, I'm ready. How would I start?
You can start like this. "Hi, how is your day going?"
Hi, how is your day going?
"It is going well. Thanks for asking. How about you?"
I'm good. Just a bit busy today. What about you?
Same here. I've had a lot to do. What are you working on today?
I'm working on improving my English.
That's great. I'm helping students become more confident in conversations.
Wow, that actually felt natural, right?
Yes, because you didn't force anything. You just followed the flow.
So the secret is not the phrase, but how I use it in the moment.
Exactly. The phrase is just a tool, and the situation gives it life.
Oh, that feels very natural.
It works because both people share the same context.
So I do not need to invent topics.
No, the environment gives you the topic automatically.
But sometimes, conversations feel boring and die quickly.
That usually happens when there is no real interest.
What do you mean by no real interest?
The conversation stays superficial, without deeper questions.
So, how do I make it more engaging?
You ask open questions that invite longer answers.
Can you give me examples of that in a real conversation so I can clearly see how to go deeper?
Yes. I will show you step by step how simple follow-up questions turn a basic conversation into a real connection.
So, how does a conversation usually start in this case?
It usually starts simple, like, "What do you do?" And then you build from there.
And after the person answers that, what should I say next?
If the person says, "I work with marketing," you can go deeper by asking, "How did you get into that?"
So, instead of changing the topic, I should stay on the same one, right?
Exactly. You stay on the same topic and explore it more.
And what usually happens after I ask that kind of question?
The person will usually give a longer answer, like explaining their story or experience.
And after they explain more, what should I do to keep it going?
You can react and then ask another question like, "Why do you enjoy it?" Or, "What do you like most about it?"
So the conversation starts to flow naturally from there.
Exactly. One answer creates the next question.
Why does this approach work better than just changing topics?
Because it builds connection instead of breaking the flow.
So going deeper is actually simpler than I thought.
Yes. You just stay curious and keep exploring the same subject.
So these questions are not random, right?
They follow a natural logic based on what the person just said.
And is that what keeps the conversation alive?
Yes. Because people enjoy talking about their experiences.
So it is not just about talking, it is about connecting, right?
Exactly, Emma. Small talk is the door to real communication.
Why is small talk so important then?
It is essential for social and professional situations.
Is this why I have been struggling before, Liam?
Yes, because you were focusing more on what to say than how to connect.
Is that why I feel more confident now, just understanding this?
Yes, confidence grows when you simplify the process.
So, what should I do next to improve faster?
You should start using these patterns daily in small interactions.
Even short conversations?
Yes, short and frequent practice builds confidence quickly.
That makes sense now.
Consistency matters more than complexity.
I feel like I can actually do this now.
And that feeling is the beginning of real progress.
How can I use this in real daily situations, like work or meeting new people?
You can apply the same patterns by keeping your language simple and interactive.
Can you show me how that would sound at work?
You can say, "Hey, how is your day going today?" And then follow with, "What are you working on today?"
That sounds very natural.
It works because it is friendly and easy to answer.
And what about meeting someone for the first time?
You can say, "Nice to meet you. Where are you from?" And then continue with, "What do you do?"
Wow, it is really the same structure everywhere.
Yes, the pattern repeats in different situations.
So I do not need hundreds of phrases.
No, you just need a few that you use well.
That is interesting, because I always thought I needed more vocabulary.
Vocabulary helps, but structure and confidence matter more.
One more thing I almost forgot. What if the person speaks too fast? What should I do?
You can stay calm and use simple phrases to control the speed of the conversation.
What kind of phrases can help me in that moment?
You can say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" Or, "Could you speak a bit slower?" Or, "I did not catch that."
So, it is okay to ask people to repeat?
Yes, it is completely normal, and even native speakers do that.
And what if I only understand part of what they said?
You can repeat the part you understood and ask them to clarify the rest.
How would that sound in a real conversation?
You can say, I got the first part, but can you go over that again?
Wow, that actually sounds very natural, right?
Yes, because it keeps the conversation flowing without stress.
And what if I still feel nervous when that happens?
You can slow down your own speech and use simple reactions like, oh, I see, or got it.
So, I do not need to understand everything perfectly?
Exactly. You just need enough to stay engaged in the conversation.
That makes me feel less pressured. You see?
Less pressure helps you stay present and communicate better.
And what about online conversations?
You can use the same approach with messages like, hey, how's it going? Or, what are you up to?
That is super simple.
Simplicity is what makes it effective.
I see now that I was making things too complicated.
That's a very common mistake among learners.
So, this skill can help me in many areas of my life.
It helps in travel, work, networking, and even casual conversations online.
Wow, that is powerful.
It gives you access to more opportunities and connections.
So, small talk is not useless at all?
It is actually the starting point of meaningful relationships.
That changes how I see it completely.
And that mindset shift is very important.
I feel more motivated to practice now.
Motivation increases when you see real value.
So, if I can handle fast conversations like this, does that mean I am ready for more professional situations?
Yes, because once you can start and manage conversations, the next step is using that confidence in meetings.
Do you mean like speaking in international meetings at work?
Exactly, where you need to express ideas clearly and interact with people from different countries.
That sounds a bit scary. Is it very different from small talk?
It is a progression, because you use the same basics, but in a more structured way.
So, what I learned about starting conversations still helps there?
Yes, those same skills help you enter conversations, respond, and stay engaged.
And how can I learn that next step, Liam?
You can watch our next lesson called Confident English for International Meetings, where everything is explained clearly.
So, that video will show me how to speak in meetings with confidence.
Yes, step by step, using simple and practical language, just like today.
That sounds really helpful. Where can I find it?
Just click on the video on your screen right now and continue your learning.
I will. See you in the next lesson.
See you there. Keep speaking and take care.
Bye.